And welcome to Vidalia, Toombs County Part Redo. Of course, if you were listening yesterday or out at Jackie Jones Field, you know we played a little bit of baseball, but not too much. And then the inevitable rainstorm hit, and that washed out the evening with the Indians leading 1-0. Going to the bottom half of the third inning, the Indians scoring their run in the first inning on a pair of Bulldog errors, so it was unearned off James Ethredge. Well, none of that counts. Just forget all about that. The Bulldogs get a redo thanks to Mother Nature. And everything's the same. Same starting pitchers, same lineups, and we're getting ready to go. The only difference is, yesterday we had a nice chance of rain. Today there is a 0% chance of rain at Jackie Jones. 0-2 to the plate, a little bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Had a couple of strikeouts in the second inning, 1 in the third for 3. Walked 1 batter in the first inning. Left the bases loaded in the first. 1-2 pitch, called, strike 3 on the outer half of the dish. James with his 208th strikeout. This is his 167th inning of varsity pitching for the Toombs County Bulldogs. He now has 64 strikeouts this season as opposed to 26 walks. James' lifetime with the Bulldogs, 16-11, including 9-2 last season. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball coming in. Strike 3, 2 down. So strikeout, walk, strikeout brings up Paul Dixon, another left-handed hitter. 0 for 1 yesterday, reaching on a fielder's choice, grounding out to the shortstop, Braddy, who flipped it over to second base, and D.R. Meadows. I think that's a play where the Bulldogs were trying to get the double play and didn't. First pitch hit on the ground by the Ethredge glove and into center field. Around third base comes Blake Horton. Here's the throw from Chris Mobley. It's cut off by Beasley, and once again in the top of the first inning, the Indians take the lead. This time it's an earned run on a single by Paul Dixon, who had the big game against Jeff Davis that has put the Vidalia Indians in a position where they're trying to make the playoffs. That's one of the storylines in this ball game. I haven't brought it up yet. We talked about it a lot yesterday in part 1 of this game. Of course, if the two teams tie, the Indians would be winning this game. You'd go to run differential. The Bulldogs won the first game by 4-5-1. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss at a good breaking ball, strike 3, and out number 3. But Paul Dixon singles in a run with 2 down to put the Indians up by a count of 1-0. James with 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a single in his opening frame on day 2 of this ball game. As we take a break, you're listening to the Bulldogs and the Indians on Y101. Back-to-back batters, the 2 and 3 guys, Corbin and Darcy. Ball is hit over to the second baseman. D.R. Meadows looks at third, runner going that way, throws to first, and gets the sure thing, the out. And the runner at third and 1 down. 2-0, Vidalia leading the Bulldogs in the top of the second. An earned run and an unearned run off James Ethredge. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So the leadoff guy blacked down on 2 strikeouts. James with 4 strikeouts so far in the ball game comes set. Here's the pitch, popped up in the air into center field but shallow. Here come the Bulldogs chasing it, drops in, runner around third, gonna score. So Brian has put the Indians up 3-0 as he touches home, and Corbett with a little blooper that nobody could get to. The center fielder Mobley, the right fielder Horton, or the second baseman D.R. Meadows. It drops in for a base hit, and the Indians have scored twice here in the second inning after scoring once in the first to lead 3-0. Corbett off second. Moving around a little, James looks back at him. Now delivers his pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. James strikes out 2. The Indians score twice. 1 run will be earned, I guess. The other will be unearned. And the Bulldogs find themselves down 3-0, and Coach Fitzgerald out talking to the Dogs, third base line, as we get ready for the bottom half of the second inning. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball on Y101. Ball is hit high in the air to left field. Let's see if it'll drop in for a base hit, and it does. Christian Moore reaches on a bloop single into left field. Open stance toward the front of the box. First pitch drops low. The Bulldogs need a spark right now, down 3-0 in the bottom half of the second inning. On deck is Tyler Luke, then Brandon Beckum. Blake Horton is hitting 9th today. Stretched by Black, and here's the pitch. Hit high into the air to left field. Back goes Jordan McFadden to the fence, and it's going to bounce off the fence. And here comes Christian Moore racing to third, stopping there. And Ben Brantley hits a double. So there's your spark, a well-hit ball by Brantley. His 4th double of the season. And his 7th varsity double of his career. Hitting .317 on the season, 13 for 41 with 3 doubles. 1-0 pitch, hits the ball looping into right field, drops it in for a base hit. That's going to score Christian Moore. Jake Davis is held at third. And moving down to second is Brandon Beckum on the throw that went all the way to home plate. So the Indians made a mistake there and gave the Bulldogs an extra base and a chance to tie the game with a base hit. Brandon Beckum swinging the stick well. We talked about that in the pregame show, which aired yesterday. And now he has his 14th hit on Senior Day. Congratulations. Almost dropping in for a strike. It just missed. A breaking ball there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good eye by Horton as he looks down at head coach Brian Fitzgerald prior to stepping back into the batter's box at Jackie Jones Field. Here's the pitch to Blake. Swings and hits it right side. Rolling, tough play. Dixon feels it. Nobody to throw to. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to score a run and pull the Bulldogs to within 1. See what the seniors can do on Senior Day? An infield hit and a 3rd RBI this season for Blake Horton. Runners on the corners for D.R. Meadows, who reached on an error to open up the bottom half of the first inning. Brings up James Ethredge. He flied out to right field. Now 2 down. It takes a base hit or something for the Bulldogs to tie the game in the bottom of the second. That something is the 1st and 3rd. First pitch gets away, and moving down to second base is Blake Horton. So runners on 2nd and 3rd. Brandon Beckum could not come in. The ball was right around the dish. 1 ball, no strikes. Dogs were down 3-0 coming into the bottom of the second. They've cut the lead down to 1 at 3-2. Here's a pitch to James. Swings and hits it hard into right center field. Corbett running hard, still going, dives, and the ball is by him, bouncing to the fence. That's going to score a pair of runs, and James Ethredge strolls into second base with a Bulldog double. The senior puts the Dogs on top 4-3 as he drives in a pair, his 6th double of the season, and he now has 13 runs batted in. That ball was hit really hard, and that's something James has really done this season, is smoke the ball into that right center field gap. He hit a ball yesterday. Some people thought it was going to get out of here. I didn't, but he hit it really, really hard yesterday, and he hits it really, really hard this time. And his 2nd at bat after flying out to right field first time. And Braddy jumps on the first pitch and fouls it over into the pit and out of play. Somebody told me something about airplanes. Is that true? Swing and a miss, strike 3. Eric Tillery leads off the top of the 3rd and strikes out. Ethredge with a half a dozen Ks. Dogs that year went to Cook County, remember? Opening round of the playoffs. Lost 13-2 in 5 innings. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away from Ben Brantley, and he did not make a throw. First base was occupied, so the runner is out. But a runner down to second. 7th strikeout for James Ethredge, and now 2 down. Josh Allen, a freshman, then broke it up. Base hit. Ball hit right side of Jeremy Beasley. Easy play. He'll scoop it and run to the bag for out number 3, and James Ethredge will get out of trouble on a 1-out single and a 2-out single. He'll strand runners at 2nd and 3rd with a ground ball to his fellow senior Jeremy Beasley. Dogs still on top, 4-3 as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning and take a break. You're listening to Dog Baseball on Y101. King struck out 10, walked 2, retired 18 of the final 19 Indians he faced, including 14 in a row, to end the ball game. He was dominant, like he was on so many occasions. There's a called strike 3 inside edge, and that's what I'm talking about when it comes to control. He put that pitch probably right where he wanted it. 2-2 from Ethredge after checking Black at second. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the breaking ball. 9 Ks for James. 2 down, runners on 1st and 2nd. He'll attack Eric Tillery, who has struck out twice today, and out comes Brian Fitzgerald. No balls, 2 strikes. James seeking double digits in strikeouts to end this threat top of the 4th and keep the Dogs up by 1, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He got it. He strikes out 3. He did that in the 1st inning when he allowed a run. This time he doesn't allow a run. He comes up big after back-to-back walks of Black and Corbett, strands those runners at first and second, and keeps the Dogs on top, 4-3 on Senior Day as we go to the bottom half of the fourth inning on Y101. Here's Tyler Luke. Junior Bulldog struck out his first time against the left-handed pitching Jordan Black. First pitch hits it solidly into left field and deposits it. That ball into left for a base hit. So a single for Luke, who's been swinging the stick well. 2 for 3 at long, 1 for 2 in this ball game so far. Good start to the bottom half of the fourth with Brandon Beckum coming to the plate, another hot hitter for the Bulldogs. Beckum entered the game hitting .317. Last year he hit .147. The year before .182. He is a vastly improved offensive player this year, by leaps and bounds, of course. Pitch is high, ball 4. So the Bulldogs put runners on first and second with nobody out. The Indians put runners on first and second with 1 down, and Ethredge got 2 straight strikeouts to end that threat. Horton went 2 for 6 last year with the varsity, had a triple 1 for 4 in 2012 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch, pops it up in the air, but it's out of play. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you're at the ball game listening, remember to stick around and clap for the seniors. 7 will be honored after the ball game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Bunting again. This time he gets it fair with 2 strikes. Darcy throws to first and gets the out. And Blake Horton does the job on Senior Day. Bunting with 2 strikes. A great sacrifice. That'll move runners to second and third with just 1 out. Drove in a run. And that 7th inning comeback, the final run, to make it 3-1 as the last at bat the other day. Swings and hits it right up the middle, base hit. In comes Tyler Luke. Chris Mobley stumbles, rounding third. They're going to hold him. Blake Corbett has a good arm, throws it up the third base line. Good swing by the senior, Hunter Braddy. RBI single, Dogs on top, 5-3. Bases still loaded for another senior, Jeremy Beasley. But I can only go back to 2007 because that's where all the information is on this website. I got it off of tombsnow.com. There's a bunt left side. Tyler Luke will pick it up with the glove, throw to first base, close play. Jeremy Beasley helps out with a great stretch, and the Dogs get the out. So the surprise bunt by Dixon, and Tyler Luke makes a good play on the left side of the diamond, and Jeremy Beasley at 6'3" can stretch. He's very limber, and he helped out. 1 down. So here we go. He's going to face Christian J., who's 0 for 2. That was against James Ethredge, who struck out 10, walked 6, and allowed 5 hits. The 2 runners on base belong to him. There's a ball hit right side over the glove of D.R. Meadows into right center field. That's going to score an Indian run as the Bulldogs will toss it high to the plate. Ben Brantley jumps into the air, deflects the ball. Runners on second and third. So throwing that ball to the dish will cost the Bulldogs a base there because I don't think they really had a shot. James Ethredge, by the way, playing out in center field. So Christian J. jumps on the first pitch, drives in a run, and that makes it a 1-run game. Dogs 5, Indians 4. Let's see if he's in it right now. Ball and 2 strikes. Gets the sign, looks at third, raises up the left leg, delivers a pitch, swing and a miss. Didn't have a chance there. That looked like Jeremy Beasley, his 77th strikeout of the season. He now has 164 strikeouts. And this is his 138th varsity inning of his career. 2 down, top of the order to Jordan Black, who struck out twice against James Ethredge and walked. We got runners on second and third for the Indians, and the Dogs up by a run. Bottom of the 5th. Here's a pitch. Off speed, a little bit low. 7 Indians have walked in this game. 3 in this inning, and the bases are juiced. And now Beasley has to go up against Blake Corbett. A gutty little player, that's for sure. Brian Fitzgerald, the head coach of the Bulldogs, admires Blake Corbett. In our interview after the last game between these two teams, he singled him out for the way he plays the game. Breaking ball strike, inside edge. So, you know, the guy calling the pitches has complete respect for the guy at the dish. The center fielder today for the Indians, he also could pitch. Right-handed hitter, Beasley. Looks to third, winding with the bases juiced to the 0-1, is hit right side. D.R. Meadows will scoop it up on the run, flip it over to Brandon Beckum playing first to get the out, and the Bulldogs get out of a tough situation. Beasley comes in, strikeout, walk, grounder to second, and he strands the bases loaded to keep the Bulldogs on top as the Indians score 1, but not 2 or more It's 5-4 Bulldogs as we go to the bottom half of the fifth inning and take a break on Bulldog Baseball on Y101. Here's a pitch. Tyler swings and hits the ball up into the air into left field, and this one is going to drop in for a base hit and an RBI for Tyler Luke. The Bulldogs are back on top by 2. Tyler really swinging the stick well in the last week of the regular season. Drives in his 8th run, his 11th hit. He's 2 for 3. He's got 8 RBIs on 11 hits. And in other games, a single at McIntosh that drove in a run. Swings and hits this ball by the shortstop into left center field, and a base hit for Blake Horton. What is it about senior day where sometimes seniors step up and do things they've never done in their career? It's happened before, it happens today. Horton with 2 RBI singles plus his sacrifice bunt. He is 2 for 2, having the best game of his life on senior day. And the Bulldogs score another run as Tyler Luke trots home, and the Dogs lead this thing 7-4. So 3 balls. I got 2 strikes. And the umpire has the same thing, 3-2. Beasley comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got a strikeout when he needed it. Demetrius Baker, the playmaker, is going to the College of Faith. Ball's lined over to D.R. Meadows. Plays a tough hop. Has time to get it out as he knocked the ball to his right and throws for the out. Runners down to second and third. That was a tough hop right there. Beasley ready to go. McFadden walks into the batter's box, and here we go. Full count, 2 down. Ball poked right side. Brandon Beckum try to knock it down. Can't. A run's going to score, and the other runner to third as the Dogs will chunk it in all the way to the plate. Garrett blocks it. Runners on the corners. Single and an RBI for McFadden. And now the Bulldog lead at 2 at 7-5 in the top of the 6th. Seeking another strikeout on his senior season. He struck out 2 in this ball game. Gets a sign from Stephen Garrett. Winds in the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Beasley strikes out the number 8 hitter with runners on second and third to preserve a Bulldog 2-run lead. Dogs yield a run, an error, an infield hit, and of course an RBI single by McFadden. Bulldogs 7, Indians 5, going to the bottom half of the 6th inning as we break on Y101. Ball to right a double and intentionally walk to load up the bases in the 4th inning. Hits this pitch bouncing off the glove of Dixon. He's going to reach on an infield hit. The shortstop was moving to his left and the ball deflected to his right, so Barfield had no shot as that ball was deadened on the grass. Ethredge with another hit, and he is 2 for 3 in this ball game. Beasley pitched 7 strong innings on Monday. He entered this game in the 5th inning with 1 out. Gave up an RBI single, but after that, he's taking care of business. Hunter swings and hits it right down the right field line, and it's a fair ball base hit. Here comes Hunter racing to second base, and a runner down to third. James Ethredge stopping there. Hunter Braddy has 2 base hits on senior day. Single and a double in his last 2 at-bats for the Bulldogs shortstop. Brian is one of 3 left-handed hitters in Greg James's lineup. He's at the dish and ready to go in the top of the 7th. Dogs 7, Indians 5. Beasley's first pitch on the way, and it missed. Ricocheted off the glove of Stephen Garrett. Tyler Luke is playing third, the shortstop, senior Hunter Braddy, the second baseman, D.R. Meadows, the first baseman, senior Brandon Beckum. Left fielder is the senior Christian Moore. Center fielder, the senior James Ethredge. Right fielder, the senior Blake Horton. Ball hit up high to the air into shallow center field, and Ethredge will take care of it. 1 down. Had to come in a little, and Hunter Braddy, the shortstop, was going out. And the pitch, a curveball, is hit to Braddy. Chance for 2. Fields it cleanly. He throws to Meadows. He throws to first, and late. Wasn't going to be easy to get a double play, and the Bulldogs almost turned it to end the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner at second, 2 down. Bulldogs by a pair. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and hello playoffs for the Toombs County Bulldogs. They're going back to the postseason for the 2nd straight season, and they do it on senior day with the seniors making big contributions, including Jeremy Beasley, who ends the game with a strikeout. Dogs win 7-5, and the Bulldogs and the Indians are going to shake hands. Since 2007, the Bulldogs have beaten the Indians 10 times and lost 5 times, and 1 game ended tied at 4 and was never completed. We'll come back and talk about a winning senior day for the Bulldogs on Y101. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for sticking around to honor the class of 2014 Bulldog baseball players. In 2012, this group was young when they took the field as just sophomores. And while they were very competitive, wins didn't come easily. But these guys worked very hard, and they believed in each other, and they took the lessons they learned from 2012, and they led Toombs County to a 25-win Elite 8 appearance in 2013 and a final ranking of 6th in Class AA during that baseball season. And these Bulldogs look to finish the 2014 season strong as well and make another deep run in the playoffs. So let's meet the class of 2014 Toombs County Bulldogs. Beginning with number 7, Brandon Beckum. Brandon is the son of Ricky and Candy Beckum. Brandon is a 4-year letterman on both the baseball and football teams. Brandon has been a vital part of the Bulldogs' success, playing multiple positions and also winning the Coaches Award. And after graduation, Brandon plans to continue his education at East Georgia College. And after he attends East Georgia, he will enter the engineering department of Georgia Southern. Ladies and gentlemen, number 7 had a big game tonight, Brandon Beckum. And now let's meet number 4 of the Bulldogs, Chris Mobley. The son of Lynette and Alton Mobley, Chris is a 2-year baseball letterman, a 3-year basketball letterman, and a 4-year football letterman. Chris is only one of a small handful of athletes that excels in 3 sports. Chris was a 2-time Player of the Week during the football season and was voted to the All-Region football team. Chris plans on majoring in criminal justice while attending college. Ladies and gentlemen, number 4, Chris Mobley. Up next, and he certainly had the game of his life on senior day, is number 12, Blake Horton. Blake is the son of Michael Horton and Melanie Coxwell. Blake is a 3-year letterman who has one of the strongest arms to have ever played at Toombs County. Blake was a member of the 2013 Elite 8 baseball team and plans to continue his education at East Georgia College. Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Horton. Now let's meet a Bulldog who was a rally starter today. Number 21, Christian Moore. Christian Christian is the son of Larry and Michelle Moore. Christian is a 3-year letterman for the Bulldogs. Christian was named as an honorable mention selection for the 2013 Elite 8 baseball team during his junior season. His many big hits helped the Bulldogs to a season-ending 6th ranking in the state. Christian plans to attend a technical college and pursue a degree in welding. Once again, Christian Moore, the Bulldogs. On Monday, this senior Bulldog was a starter. On Wednesday, he was a reliever, and he got the final out to beat the Indians. Number 16, Jeremy Beasley. Jeremy is the son of Wendell and LaWanda Beasley. Jeremy lettered 1 year in basketball and 3 years in baseball. Jeremy has emerged as a team leader in all facets of the game. He was instrumental in 2013 in that team's success and was recognized as an all-region player. He won Defensive Player of the Year award from his team. Jeremy has signed a baseball scholarship to attend Darton State College to play ball and plans to major in special ed with an eye toward becoming a teacher and a coach. Ladies and gentlemen, number 16, Jeremy Beasley.
I said the same earlier. I said the same thing. I said the same thing. The best one I've ever personally done. She got to play the thing. She just told me. I thought she did good. She seemed like a real good kid. I know last year they played. That girl didn't move.
Now let's meet a Bulldog who's had many game-winning hits in his career. Number 1, Hunter Braddy. The son of Alan and Delane Braddy, Hunter is a 3-year baseball starter and letterman who was selected to the 2013 All-Region team as a second baseman. Hunter was vital to the team's success, making it to the Elite 8 in 2013 as one of the Dogs' top offensive and defensive players. Hunter was a team leader and could be counted on due to his work ethic. His work showed as the Bulldogs finished the season 6th in the state. He will be attending college at East Georgia in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, he's number 1, Hunter Braddy. And our final Bulldog tonight on senior night is the game's winning pitcher, number 13, James Ethredge. James is the son of Marlon and Michelle Ethredge. James lettered 1 year in wrestling, 4 years in football, and 4 years in baseball. James led the Bulldogs in 2013 in wins as a pitcher and was among the tops in the region in batting, prompting him to be selected as a 2013 Region 2 AA Player of the Year. James earned a baseball scholarship to attend Valdosta State University in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, he's number 13, James Ethredge. So once again, those are the 7 Bulldog seniors honored tonight on senior night. And they are going to the state playoffs for a 2nd straight year. Now these words are from the coaching staff, especially from head coach Brian Fitzgerald. And he says the coaching staff has been honored to have been entrusted with these young men. As the writer of Psalms 106 says, "Praise the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever," further saying that I may enjoy the prosperity of your chosen ones. These chosen ones from God having given our school and community much to be thankful for. And now one more time, how about saluting this class of 2014. Also, many thanks to the Dugout Club for all their support that they've given these young people, and your help has been priceless, adding the new pitching machine and also committing your time and energy to ensuring the success of the program. Again, thank you everybody for sticking around for senior night. And of course the Bulldogs have 2 more regular season games on the road at Jeff Davis on Thursday and Friday at Bacon, and they hope to see you on the road, perhaps in the playoffs, next week. Thank you and good night.